Here are a few application questions involving multiplication and division with fractions. First, it's very important as we go through any application questions, we're always looking for those keywords that will help us determine if we should multiply or divide, or later on if we should add or subtract. So when we're asked to split something or separate something into parts, we know that we should be doing an operation of division. When we are doing multiplication, it's usually when we're asked to find a fractional part of a quantity. So if they tell me we have a certain amount of something and a third of them or a half of them or a fifth of them are a certain way, of is kind of that keyword that you're looking for there so that we know that it's multiplication. So let's take a look. First, we're going to model the problem, so we're going to write it as multiplication or division, and then we're going to simplify by actually, evaluating by multiplication or division. So my first one, I have a 5-foot wire that must be cut into pieces. So I know that if I'm taking something and cutting it into pieces, I should be looking at division for this question. So a 5-foot wire must be cut into pieces of equal length that are a half of a foot long. So 5 divided by 1/2. How many pieces can be cut? Well, I know when I divide with fractions that I'm going to change that to multiplication by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 2 over 1, or 1 over 2 is 2 over 1. So really, I'm taking 5 times 2, which is 10. And because it's a story problem, I would write, I can cut the wire into 10 pieces. So make sure that you are writing your sentence and also labeling your solution. My second question, I have 60 M&Ms. Of those, 1/4 are brown, so I have a whole value here, and I'm finding the fractional part of that whole. So this is 60 times 1/4. 60 times 1/4, I would then, you can either multiply then reduce. I choose to reduce first. 4 goes into 4 once, and into 60 15 times. So I get 15 over 1, which is of course 15. So how many brown M&Ms do I have? I have 15 brown M&Ms. Here are 2 similar questions for you to try. So press pause, do both questions, make sure you label, and then press play to see how you did. The first one, I have a 4-foot block of wood that must be cut into pieces of equal length that are 2/3 of a foot long. So I have 4 feet divided by 2/3. And I want to know how many pieces can be cut. Of course, I'm going to change this into 4 over 1 times 3 over 2, so I'm changing division to multiplication and finding the reciprocal. I'm then going to do some reduction first, so 2 goes into 2 once and into 4 twice. 2 times 3 is 6, and so 6 pieces can be cut. 6 pieces over 1, which is 6. The second question, I have 1/3 of 36 pairs of socks. So of always tells me to multiply. So I have 1/3 times 36. I'm going to write 36 over 1. I'm going to also reduce. 3 goes into 3 once and into 36 12 times. 1 times 12 is 12. 1 times 1 is 1. And so I get 12 pairs of white socks. So again, pay attention. If the question says write your solution as a sentence, then I would have to write, I would have 12 pairs of white socks.